Welcome to Lesson 2.6. We're going to continue comparing relationships, and we're going to consider units when doing this. So we're going to talk about relative change and absolute change. In addition to that, we're going to look at percent change. So there's three different changes we want to be familiar with. Absolute, you're just subtracting, whereas relative, you're subtracting but also dividing by the original value. And then percent change, you're going to multiply by 100 to get the percent. So increasing is positive, negative is decreasing, right? So if after you plug in your calculator, you get a positive answer, that's an increase. If you plug it in and get a negative, that's a decrease. So let's look at some examples of absolute and relative and percent change. So we're looking at the census on the House of Representatives. Absolute change we're going to subtract, so we're going to take the new value minus the old, whereas relative change we're going to do that new minus old, but then we're going to divide by whatever the old or original value was. Percent change is after that we would multiply by 100%. So here I have the population of Nevada. It was, so that's the old, 1.998 million. Now it's 2 million, so that's the new. So 2,751,551. So take the new minus the old for the absolute change. That's straightforward. And then you would divide by the old, which in this case, the 1,998,257. Now when you're doing percent, you always have to multiply by 100%. And then you do that for some other states, so New York, Texas, Florida, Michigan. On the homework, you'll be asked to do even more states, so you're looking at percent change, absolute change, relative change. And so let's add that percent change to our list. So these are the three formulas you're going to use a lot, actually, not just in this lesson, but in future modules as well. And so then you want to look at the different types of change, compare the absolute and the relative change. So if it's a decrease, remember to be negative. You don't have to use decrease and negative, just use one of them. So then you can look through this and see if it's from 9.9 to 9.8, that's a negative change. Remember, two negatives equal a positive when you're multiplying them. Same when we're talking about sentences in English. So then back at your calculations, going to ask you to analyze those. Which had the larger absolute, which had the larger relative.